let's remember that external things do not fulfill us. When we think we are at the pinnacle of our life, when we think we've made it all the way that we think we could have, you're not. It's not. And when you realize that, when you think you've made it, you realize that it's another hill at the bottom of another mountain. Yes, it's a sign of growth. It genuinely is a sign of growth. And at the same time, it's humbling. It really is. Because you see that every single thing in your life that has worked up to this moment, it, to an extent, like, it doesn't matter because you have another thing. That is one perspective. But then on another part, it's like you've gotten yourself this far, that you've done the work, that you've been able to climb that mountain you thought that was impossible, and now you've made it. And all those times that you thought you weren't enough, that you couldn't do enough, that you weren't enough, that you were. And it's a humbling factor to think about that idea that, yes, I've done everything that I wanted to do. Yes, I have X, Y, and Z. Yes, I'm on the trajectory of success. But right around the corner is going to be a new mountain that you have to climb. It's humbling and rewarding at the same time. Because you can get that internship, you can marry that significant other, you can get that significant other, you can break free from that significant other, you can get that house, get that car, get that job, make that money. But at the expense of what? At the price of what? And it's hard to know when enough is enough, but you know that enough isn't going to be enough because you think that the next thing is going to be enough, but wasn't the thing and isn't that thing that you have now? Wasn't that your point of enough a year ago, 8 months ago, 6 months ago, 4 months ago, 3, 2, a week ago, a day ago? And when we realize that we as humans continually want and want and want, because naturally we are looking for necessities, we humanitarianly are looking for things to suffice ourselves, when in actuality we've always had enough, we've always been enough. But our society is telling us that we don't have enough, that we aren't enough, and that we can't be enough. And it's hard to see in the moment that you are enough, that what you have done has gotten you this far. When you think that it's just by luck, it's by your willingness, it's through your desire and your grit and your perseverance and your discipline to be able to achieve this level of the pinnacle of your life. I mean, I never want to describe something as success because success is so subjective. I mean, literally, I'm thinking of somebody in a wheelchair and somebody who has an able body define success differently. If the person in a wheelchair literally was able to walk the next day, success. If the person with an able body ran a marathon, success. And I'm not playing down either accomplishments because within those selves, the human body is complex and I can't even fathom how great the body is. And I think I'm going to be using that marathon runner as an example. Because you see that person, you understand that what they've gone through was hard. And then you see them wanting to do another marathon and then another one and another one and then potentially an Ironman. But then from your perspective, you're like, if I could even run a mile, that would be success. If I could even run for 5 minutes straight, that'd be success. And that is why I do not like defining or saying the word success. And so a really roundabout way of saying, regardless of the way that you defined it, success, sometimes you're going to feel like it's not enough. And the hardest question to answer and ask yourself is, what is your definition of success? Because I think when you have been working for 8-9 months, years, decades, for this one moment in your life, and you get it, and you have it in your hands, you have it in your bank account, you have it in your front yard, you have a front yard even. What's the next thing? And I think that is the part when you realize you were always chasing for that other thing. You were always wanting that other thing. You were wanting that front yard. You were wanting that. I guess I just see it from the perspective of like, you wanted a front yard. Now you have to mow the lawn. Now you have to buy a lawn mower. Now you have to buy the gas. Now you have to take care of your yard. Now you have to water your lawn. Now you have to make sure people don't step on it. You have to fertilize it to then make it look as beautiful as the person right next door. Leveling up. Competition. Outdoing yourself. There is an issue with that. And I'm so guilty of that. And it's just made me think about how I've worked so hard this entire year to make my club, to get good grades, to get good times for swim, to be able to have all these things that I wanted. Like, I'm literally living in a house that was like made for more than one person, and none of my roommates are here. And so I'm just living in this house by myself, basically. And yet I feel empty. Genuinely. I have what the thing that I've wanted back in the summer. I have the life that I wanted a year ago. I have the internship that I've been looking for the past year. But I'm empty. Genuinely. I wrote in my, what was this? This was like a reflection or something. And it was like me saying how after all these accomplishments, after every single school year of getting good grades, before like I had this club, not fulfilled. Genuinely not fulfilled. And I'm not saying that I'm not grateful for any of these things in my life, because I am beyond blessed. But I think in this moment, I have every single thing in my life that I've wanted, that I've worked for, but nothing inside of me says that this is enough, to be fully transparent. And it's kind of been humbling in a way that, I don't know. I was talking with someone and I was getting like really frustrated about one of my classes, because I literally could get an A- in that class just because I haven't been all in the A game with that. And I was like kind of like ticked, and they were like, Emma, like that grade says nothing about you. It literally says nothing. It means nothing about you. And I'm like, it's the principle of it. Like, I should be getting an A in that class. Like, if all my classes, I should be getting an A- in those. Like, at the end of the day, they were right. Literally like the conversation I was having with you yesterday. Be the person that you need to listen to. Be there for them. Be that sounding board. And all this could just be me rambling and you not understanding anything. And that's okay too. I mean, if this resonates with one person, then I feel fulfilled. I mean, I think having this has been really nice because it has nothing to do with school. It has nothing to do with my life. I mean, it's literally just my thoughts and my internalness. And from your guys' comments, these have helped. And I hope so. I genuinely hope so. And I mean, this has definitely helped me. Free therapy ish. But no, I've been thinking about going to see a therapist, but besides the point. But yeah, I want to leave with this. Even when you think enough is enough, is it? And that is for you to decide. No one else. Not your neighbor. Not your mother. Because they don't know you like you know you. Because they could just see you as that marathon runner of being able to do it. But then you're looking at and you're like, I want to go run a world marathon over in Berlin. But they're just so proud of you that you even ran, that you even started running, that you committed long enough to run. So find that proudness within you. I'm not saying be prideful. I'm not saying be arrogant. I'm saying pat yourself on the back and realize how far you've come. Because you deserve every single thing that you have. Because you put in the sweat, the effort, the blood and the tears when no one was watching. So do it for them. Do it for your past self. Do it for your future you. To pat yourself on the back. Because you deserve every single bit of love externally as much as you do internally. Because you are the only one to validate yourself truly. And that actually validates and makes you feel validated. You've got this. I am so proud of you. Food for thought.